Hey everybody, this is Kim with Kim's Creations and Card Ministries coming to you on a pre-recorded video. Today is Sunday, November the 5th, Sunday afternoon, November the 5th, 2023. And I'm going to continue sharing some stuff I worked on the other day, a couple days ago. Made my own designer paper from some leaves that I had just picked up out of the yard because I couldn't get that autumn leaf bundle that Stampin' Up! It kept selling out of it. I did finally get to order it, but I had already planned on doing this, so I wanted to show you how it had turned out, and we did it together on my last video, so you could go back and find that if you'd like to see how I did this. That was the sheet we did the other day on the video, but I wanted to show you a card I had made and then make another card with you today. And then I have a lot of other things to do too, so I might just break it up in a bunch of short videos, so just depending on how long stuff takes. Just a reminder, I'm still trying to get my subscribers. I still need 50 subscribers to do lives, and last I checked I was still hovering at 47. I need 50, y'all. Please help me out with getting the subscribers to my channel. That would just mean so much to me. And I thank you for that. Also, if you want to see some still photos or some other things, you could visit my Facebook page, Kim's Creations and Card Ministry. Kim, K-I-M apostrophe S, Creations with a K, the and sign, Card Ministry. That's on my Facebook page if you want to find me there. If you want to reach me about placing orders, or if you have questions, or if you need help, or if you want to order cards, whatever, the best way to reach me is by texting me at 864-752-5688, 864-752-5688. Just let me know what you need, and I can help you. I'll message you, and we'll set up a time to talk on the phone. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Again, and I apologize, I still got the sniffles. I was really, really sick last week. I was sick for a good week to 10 days, but and it really knocked me out. So I'm getting back though. I'm getting back some strength and finally starting to feel better. It took a long time though. Anyway, so I took leaves out of my yard, and we put them in the ink and laid them on the paper, and then picked them up and, inked them different colors and spread them out. And what I discovered after I did it, a couple times, you're better to use smaller leaves, and as many as you can get. Get as many leaves as you can. Get them and use them when they're fresh. You don't want to wait until they start getting crumbly. You want to use them while they're fresh. You might get 2 or 3 stamps per leaf before they start losing their definition. And I tried turning them over to the other side, and that helped a little bit. But behind this, the orange down here, it ended up just being a blob, and then there's another blob over here. That leaf had it. I had to quit using it. So as many leaves as you can get. They need to be fresh, as flat as possible. Put them in some wet paper towels and just press them for a little while. Let them get flat as possible, and keep them damp and cool, and till you get ready to use them. And there you go. And I like I said, I would try to just not use them more than a few times, and switch your colors out and mix up your colors and have fun with it. Play around. Excuse me a minute. Try to get my nose from running so much. All right, so this is the first card I made. I had shown you the first sheet. I did another half a page with the leaves and made my own paper. And then when we made them together, I meant to do it on the vanilla, and this is still white. So I haven't done any on a vanilla sheet yet, and I may or may not get to that. I liked the way these turned out, though, even though they were on white instead of vanilla. Thought they turned out really pretty. I also discovered on my first set of paper, Cajun Craze and Cherry Cobbler. they're so close that I decided to not use the Cajun Craze here and just go with the Cherry Cobbler because they're both really dark. And I just didn't feel like I needed that much of the dark shades. So that was what I chose to do. So I had used Cherry Cobbler, Calypso Coral, Pumpkin Pie, Crushed Curry, and Wild Wheat. I believe those are the colors I used for stamping. All right, so now in this card, this one also had all those colors plus the Cajun Craze. I played around with some different colors to see how I liked them. Trying to pull some of the colors from the paper, which I did here. I actually used the Calypso Coral. I kind of liked the way that looked. And then I pulled out Early Espresso for my base for my card. Because even though there's not that colors in here, it just offsets everything real nice. My little piece behind my hello with that double oval punch was done in the Calypso Coral. This is in white, stamped with hello. Yeah, and I don't know where I got all my stamps because I don't have a huge collection of fall stamps. So I pulled some things out of some old paper pumpkins and things from here and there and yon. So I'm not real sure where the stamps all came from. But you can pull out your own collections as well. This is the new jute ribbon or yarn or whatever. It's in the annual catalog 2023 to 25 in color jute trim, and it comes with one of each of the colors from the in colors. And I didn't use this copper clay in the card, but I thought the copper clay looked pretty in that for my piece, for my yarn or my jute right there. And let's see. Oh, so this is an easel card. So we pop it up like this. A little something to brighten your day. And so I used the new pumpkin that's in the mini catalog. This Pick at the Patch. So brought in some, since I didn't have really have any leaf stamps. Just brought in some more autumn by using these pumpkins. I punched out, which ones did I punch? I punched out these two, and I fussy cut this one because these are the two that you can do in the punch. And I punched out the stem and the leaf here and the little tendrils. I just figured out where I was going to put my pumpkin, picked it up, stamped it down. Now, one thing I did do, I should have stamped my sentiment before I started putting all these down because I ended up trying to find room to put the sentiment that I ended up choosing. Anyway, and then I didn't really feel the need to put anything up there. That was somebody could actually sign the card up here if they didn't want to sign it and mess this up down here. Although there is a little bit of room right there to sign. I think it turned out really pretty. And we're going to make another one using the other piece of the paper. Now this was one, and I showed the other day before I made it into a card. I had used a embossing folder. This is the one that's kind of like a little crosshatch that came out of that set of 3. I believe that's an online set of 3 embossing folders. Those are available online. And this other piece that we're going to use in the card today, I also embossed, what did I emboss it on with? Let's see if I can remember. Oh, here it is. Here's the piece, the other piece of this. This one, oh wait, this one has the crosshatch. This one must be the distressed bricks. That's what I used on this one, distressed bricks. This one I used the crosshatch. Yeah, and then I put some Wink of Stella around on that too. I don't know if you can see the little sparklies or not. Yeah. All right, so we're going to work on another card using this paper that we made. I'm just making sure I can still have everything in the video. All right, and I'll move this out of the way so we can work on the card. I've kind of already prepared some things, so hopefully it won't take me terribly long. But here's what you're going to need for the second card. And you can use any designer's paper. If you want to make your own, fine. Or if you've got some other fall paper to use your fall paper. All right, I'm going to use the Wild Wheat cardstock. I cut it long ways. on my from my 8.5 11 by so I cut it at 4 1/4. So there was 2 pieces like this, and then I scored it at 5 1/2 to give me a card. And you could either open it this way or you could open it this way, and I think I'm doing mine this way. So I think it's going to go like this. Actually, I'm probably going to turn it that way. All right, and this ribbon right here, I've decided to use this. Believe this, yeah, this is in the annual catalog. It's natural wavy trim from the annual catalog. I didn't put the page. The number, yeah, I'm sorry if y'all hear my dog barking. 161517. Daytime, there's a lot of squirrels and cats that he can see, or he sees their shadows because he's losing his eyesight. But he loves to go bark at all of them. I'm going to use this piece of Mossy Meadow as my mat for my designer paper. So this one I cut at, this one's 5 1/4 by 4. And so this one's going to be 5 by 3 3/4. I wanted to go ahead and have my nice 1/4 inch border all the way around on all of these. Okay, and then a piece for the inside. And since I used white, I'm using white for my inside. And this is the typical inside side size of 5 1/4 by 4. I haven't decided what I'm going to do on the inside yet. I think I'm using a scrap of this curry. I don't know why I can't ever remember. Something curry. Crushed curry. Crushed curry, and a little scrap of that. Actually, this one's 1 3/4 by 3. 1 3/4 by 3. You will need some scrap white. I've got all sorts of scraps right here for my white, and this will be to punch your pumpkins and things on, and your piece for your sentiment. So our sentiment, I'm using this new hexagon punch. It's an online, no, not hexagon, I'm sorry, modern oval. I've got the hexagon, but I didn't use it on this. I used the modern oval. It is in the 2023 mini catalog, 162234. And I think I'm going to go ahead and punch my piece out for this while I'm here. If you do them this way, and like if I wanted to pre-stamp it, I could, and then I could see to make sure I was stamping it straight. But I wanted to go ahead and stamp it, and you'll see why in a minute, because I got quite a few things I'm doing with that, actually. And then we need to do our pumpkins. So, more scraps. I'm probably going to have to move some pumpkin things around. Let me see. We will do it here. I'm going to, let me cut this. I'll cut this down just a little bit here. And cut this off. So the pick of the patch little pumpkin. Brody, why are you barking, darling? All right, we're going to need this pumpkin. So let me see the set. So the ones that you can punch are this one and this one. You can also punch this leaf, and you can punch the stem. I didn't stamp the stem. I just punched it out of some espresso. This one, I did stamp it before I punched it in the Mossy Meadow. Okay, so I need orange, and I need, or pumpkin pie, and I need crushed curry for my stamping. Here's my pumpkin pie and my crushed curry, and we will go ahead and pull out Mossy Meadow as well. And since these are photopolymer stamps, I want to use my little pad here to stamp on. I'm just kind of moving stuff out of the way. I'm not taking it away. I'm just moving it. All right, I'm going to move this too, because I don't want that piece to get dirty, or that one. All right, let's do our pumpkin punch. The pumpkin punch. Where did I put it? Where are you, little pumpkin? There it is, right under my nose. It would have bit me if it was a snake. All right, so you've got one pumpkin over here and one pumpkin over here. So it's a good idea to kind of think about how you're going to stamp these so that you can stamp something without punching out all of your paper. So like right here, if I had put this one like over here and stamped it this way, then I'd be punching out all this other stuff too. Now there is a way to make a template that you can do it and stick the whole template in here and punch everything at once. But I'm only doing a couple right now, so I'm not going to bother with the template. But where I want to stamp this pumpkin is on this bottom right corner. This pumpkin, I want to stamp over, I'm going to stamp it on my bottom left corner. Okay? So let's do this one first. We'll do an orange one, a big orange. And I'm going to just stamp on my scrap, make sure I'm getting a nice image. And it's pretty good. There's some little bare spots there. But, you know, I haven't seen a perfect pumpkin. I did go pumpkin shopping this year, which I haven't done in a long time. But I was buying them mostly for my mom. She wanted them to cook with. But then I also bought a pretty one just to put out on my porch. All right, I'm hoping my head's not coming in the camera. And let me just make sure my punch is on the camera. It is. Yeah, this thing always moves after I set it up because I'm trying to get more of my workspace over here, but it keeps flopping that way. And I start losing my workspace. All right, that's probably pretty good for my orange one. I'm going to set that aside. I'm probably going to use that to stamp something on the inside. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing on the inside yet, though. The other little pumpkin, I think I took it off. I did. I took it off its block because I was running out of blocks. I have so many projects on my blocks. It don't matter how many blocks I get, I never have enough because I have a bunch now, but it's still not enough. This has got a little bit of ink on it I need to get off. So I'm using this chamois that's wet. You just get it a little wet and you squeeze it out kind of like a sponge. And then wipe off your blocks or your stamps when you're through with them. I need to grab a paper towel. Okay, so I can dry that off. I don't know what he is barking at. I've got somebody coming over, but I'm not expecting them for a while, so I'm just looking to make sure. All right, so now let me stick this other little one on here. This one I'm going to do in the crushed curry. And I think I needed to stamp it sideways. So you got to stamp that one sideways. So I'm going to do it like this. I probably should have stamped it on my scrap first too, but I'm pretty sure they're stamping nice images. As long as they don't get too dirty or dusty or anything, and you have to maybe clean them off. All right, so let's go ahead and punch these two out. And I just try to get it kind of even all the way around. If I'm going to have extra white and that I might want to trim off, I want it to be down here where it's easier to trim than up here where all the little loop-de-loops are. So sometimes I might lean a little bit further to the more intricate side and leave the more open side, that if I want to trim off some of the white, I can. And you see, if I knew exactly where that went, I could have gone ahead and stamped the little stem in there. But like I said, I'm just going to stamp it with some punch it out of a piece of brown paper anyway. So there's the first pumpkin. And then we'll come over here to punch out this other one. And I'll try to just get it in there as even as possible. There we go. Got that orange one. And then if we look at where this little guy is, if I stamped here, I wouldn't be messing up a whole lot of paper, but I think what I'm going to do is just cut this off right here. And then I might can get a couple stems. But, so let me look. So I don't want to put them too close together though, because see, I'd end up still punching something out right there if I'm not careful. Okay. If I did this way, I'm probably going to be faced with the same issue. Yeah, pretty much. I wonder if I turned it this way. Would this help? No, not really. The best thing to do would just cut out a little piece and stick it on there with a sticky note or something, but I'm going to just stick to doing... That might be the best way, actually. Right. I think, actually, yeah, I think it's going to be best if I do it right there. And I think I still have enough room to do another one right here. Okay, so I'm going to use the Mossy Meadow. I'm going to do it up kind of high. Right there. Goodness, Brody. Goodness, goodness, goodness. And whoops, it slipped on me just a tiny bit. Come on. There we go. All right, it went flying somewhere. I don't know where it went. Oh my goodness, it went like way somewhere, way far away, and I don't know where it went. I was trying to watch where it went, but then it went so far away, and I had other stuff start flying, but now I don't know where it went. It'll turn up. Okay, it'll turn up. It's fine. All right, let me go ahead and do another one. Craziness. Craziness. I'll put one right here. I think there's room for that one there. And then I'll come over here and do the one over here too. I didn't go up too high for that one. All right, let's try not to lose you this time. Those little ones go flying. It's kind of funny, actually. If I didn't turn that too much that I can't get it in there. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm going to do it down. So, won't lose it as easily that way. There we go. And we'll do this other one now. If I didn't go up too high, but it will fit in there. Now I did just a little bit. So I stamped it up just a little bit too high, so now my stamp won't go down in there far enough to do it. Just still cut off some more of this. Okay. There's another one. And I'd really like to get one more just in case. So I will do it right here in the middle. Right here. Right. See, it's nice to have some stuff sticking out from one end or from the top or something, so you have something to hold on to put it in there. Or you can always use a sticky note and have it stuck to a sticky note and stick a sticky note in there. But while I'm here, y'all, I'm just gonna go ahead and use up this little scrap piece of paper and do another one. That'll get me another one here. I'll have to see. I don't know if that's a big enough piece. It may not be. To do that one. That might work. I know when you go to stick the stamp in there, there's not enough white left to go around it. I'll probably have to stick these on a sticky note, but I wanted to go ahead and stamp them, and I'll cut those two out later. I don't know if I can get one on here. No, that one's not going to work. Alrighty. So that'll go in the trash. Okie doke. Alrighty. Set that aside. We'll punch out this one. I'll go ahead and have one more. Now there's some little dots that you can use, you know, to kind of add a little rough lookingness to the pumpkins if you want to. I chose not to do them for these cards. I don't need a lot of attention on my pumpkins, so I didn't do it. But there's this little dots right here, so like I could stick them in the pumpkin and stamp them on here a couple times, and here too. And you could even maybe use a brown, because you know they come discolored a little bit and stuff. Like I bought a blue pumpkin this year. My blue pumpkin's got some discoloration to it. All right, so now I want to stamp the inside of my card, and I think I had a little scrap. Let me see if I can find over here where I put those scraps. Oh, right here, of my leaves that I had on my paper up there. So I might put that right here. So I'm bringing some of that into my page. And I could stamp on here. And stamp on here. Well, I'm not going to be able to put it unless I use the punched ones. I could stamp one. I could use one of these because I have an extra one over here. And then I could stamp that other one that I had. Where did it go? There's that one, and I just took it off of a block. This one. Let me get this little block back here. It's got the bird on it. I'll need that bird though. And we'll put one here. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. What other color do I want to use? I might stamp them off just a little bit too. They don't have to be right on there. There seems to be a good bit of this Cajun Craze on this. I'm going to pull this Cajun Craze and stamp one of these with the Cajun Craze. But before I do that, Mossy, is this Mossy Meadow? That one's Old Olive. Let me get Mossy Meadow. I want to put some ground down here so the pumpkins aren't just like sitting up in the air. I'm going to put some ground. I'm going to mix it up a little bit with the colors. So that was the dark Mossy Meadow. This is the light. Or I might have had that. No, this is the light. Started saying maybe I had it mixed up. little bit of patchy ground, and I'm going to pull in if I can get this one to work. If not, I bought another one. I bought some new ones, my crumb cakes, but I might be able to get some out of it. Let's see. Yeah, I can get some, and then I'm going to blend that in a little bit with my crumb cake. Using the side of the pen because I'm pretty sure this is like really close to being out of ink, especially if I'm using it like this. So I was trying to use it on the side. I figured there was more available from the side. A little bit of the light olive here. All right, let's go ahead and stamp him right here. Do it right there. Okay. Ooh, a little bit of my fingers there. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp this one orange. I'll go ahead and close this one. Oh, come on. Oh, sometimes these are so hard to close. All right, I'm going to stamp my orange one here. I had an extra gold one here that I'm going to glue over the top. But let me put a little bit of I hadn't planned on doing this much coloring, but it's all right. It's okay. It's all good. It's such a pretty day outside. I managed to get up a little early this morning, ran a few errands. The time change and all, it was a little bit easier to get up early. But my mom was running low on some groceries, so I went and picked her up some groceries. Took them to her house, and I was going to spend some time with a friend today, but it ended up not working out, so that's fine. So I actually did a few things that needed to be done around my house, so that's always Always a good thing. All right, and then I can do this little guy on top right here and down a little bit, maybe right. Kind of want him on top of that one a little bit too. Right there maybe. All right, and let's get the little tiny, let's see, can I stamp a leaf? Can maybe stamp a leaf right here. It's gonna get covered up by my pumpkin, but that's okay. Put them there. We'll put one. Right here. Put one right there. I am going to need my little stem. I forgot because I was doing this. And I want my little tendril. Where's my little tendril? My tiny one. There's my tiny tendril. I don't even think I have any small blocks left. I usually have 1 or 2 small blocks because I had bought a bunch of extras. But, okay, I'll take these off. These are little leaves. Set them right there. A little tendril here. I did not stamp as well as I would have liked it to. I'll do this one this direction. Do another one down like this. There's another tendril over there too, but I'm just going to use, I don't know why I'm not getting enough. Maybe my ink pad needs to be re-inked. So keep hitting a dry spot or something. I'll bring one down in here like this. And then my stem, I'll need to stamp the stem. There it is. There's another 2-prong leaf I could use, but I don't think I'm going to. Let's see. Let's take the leaf off. And I think I'll use pecan pie. A little mess right there. All right, let's see how that looks. I'm hoping I'm on my page here. And oh, did I get some ink on that? I sure did. That will be on this page, and I can cover it up with a tendril or something. Let's stick this stem right here. I'll make sure I'm in the camera, just barely. At least I'm in there. Ink pad's out of the way. Pecan pie. Stem right here. go. Gotten a lot of ink on the corners. I'm not careful. That's how I get it on my little dots like that. I'm going to try to fix this a little bit. I don't know if it's, it might just make it worse, but we'll try. It actually probably free-handed these little tendrils. I don't know. That's okay. All right, and then I'm gonna put one right here. And I'll need to put his little stem on as well. Okay. I'm just gonna glue it on there since it's the inside of the card. I hope I haven't lost my little piece. Oh, there we go. The tendril could be coming. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. Just pull this down just a little bit. About right. There. Okay. And stem again, pumpkin pie. Probably should have done it before I stamped it. I mean, before I glued it down, but that's okay. I'll just put it right there. There we go. It's not bad. Oh, and here's my little piece that I'm going to put right here along the side. It's kind of cute. So sometimes I just wing things. It's okay. Like I said, I had no idea what I was doing with the inside, but I like to make my insides pretty. So I wanted to do something. Come on. Must be my hands. I'm having trouble today closing things. I might be through. I think I'm through with all these colors. I'm not 100% sure. But I want to cover stuff up before I start getting it everywhere. So I still need that and that. And then I need to glue this down. I've got some little leaves right here. There we go. And then I got these two little guys. This little guy that I need. And I don't know that I need that. Okay. Alrighty, sitting back down. Put my crow back over here. Got that on there pretty straight. All right, and what did I want to stamp on the inside? I have no idea. I will take my chances and do it later. I'm going to go ahead and glue it and put it in my card. I usually like to stamp my sentiments before I glue them. But since I don't really know what I want to put in there, I'll just wait. And I'll show you how I messed one up and had to fix it one time. So there are ways to fix if you mess up. And I do that plenty often enough. Let's see. And get this down. And I try to eyeball it and get it as even on the two sides and at the bottom as I can. And this one's probably going to end up being a little too low, but it's okay. Oh man, smeared my finger all over up there. I might have to put something there to cover that up. That's what happens when I let my fingers get some stuff to clean my hands a little bit. I mean, you can use hand sanitizer. It'll clean your hands a little. Wouldn't have happened except I had glue on my fingers, and so then the glue made the kind of reactivated the ink that I used. Ooh, something's burning on my hand. I don't know what I got on there that burned. That's all right though. That may not even be that noticeable when the card's finished. I don't usually like to leave something like that, but all right, now I got to stamp this little guy. Pull this back in. All right, what am I looking for? Oh, looking for this. I need my pecan pie again. Yeah, I forgot about this. I do need stuff. I need my pecan pie. I need, there's one of my stamps, and there's one of my stamps. I'm doing Sending Sunshine. I did get this out of a paper pumpkin kit. It was from June of 2020. Like Sunshine and Smiles or something like that. But, yeah, a little something to brighten your day came out of this one too. Then there's Sunshine and Sending. So Sending Sunshine. There's also a hello in here. So there we go. All right. I'm going to stamp Sunshine first. I think I'm going to stamp it in Crushed Curry. Sending Sunshine. That's what I should do. Stamp a sunshine on the inside. I bet I was planning on doing that and forgot. Sunshine. I'm pulling in a little colored piece of paper so I can see it better. It's hard to see this on the, if you got the white on the white. So, but if I put it on this other color, then it's easier to see where I'm stamping, because this just really kind of barely fit on here. So I kind of needed to see my edges of the white punch. All right, and then I think Sending, I'm doing it in the green. I believe I decided lose my pens. I think I decided I liked it. Over here. My head not in there. Good. All right. Oh man, I did a bad job. All right, let me see if I can fix it. I might have to turn it over and start over. My head might be in there now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to line it back up. That is very difficult to do. Especially something that small. Yeah, let's start over. Okay, let's try this again, Kim. I'm so sorry. Sunshine, where'd you go? There it is. There's my sunshine. Where'd I put my paper towel? This is not the one from today, but that's okay. Had a clean spot on it. All right, sending. Try this again. Sending sunshine. That happens sometimes. That's why we have two sides of the paper. And our paper's good quality, so for the most part, just our regular inks won't bleed through. Now, our alcohol markers do bleed through. Sending. Let's try this again. Goodness gracious, Kim. Yeah. Trying again. Sending. Sending. I was afraid to push down too hard and get some of that ink off the side on my card. And then I didn't get my sending on there good. All right, we'll try again. Now, I hope I got it straight. Now I made a big old blob. All right, I'm not having much success. Let's try this one more time. Okay, here's my paper and here's my punch. Third time's a charm, right? Let's do this again. If you're new to my channel, please be sure and go. Oh, I can't reach my paper towel. Be sure to subscribe. Any likes, comments, shares would be awesome. So I'm trying to get my viewership, my channel shares up so that I can do some lives. Also, I do have incentives. If you purchase at least $35 in my store, use my host code, which is buried up here somewhere. Use my host code. If you place an order that's less than $150, I keep sticking my fingers in ink. Less than $150, if you'd use my host code, that would be appreciated. And if you spend, but if you spend more than $150, then you would get those rewards. So be sure to do that and get your rewards if you end up spending $150 after shipping and taxes. There's so many great things in the catalog right now. There's a lot of one in this mini catalog. There's tons of beautiful papers. There's some really nice Christmas stamps and die cuts. I've got a nativity die cut that I'm going to try to share with you in the next couple of days. I cut out a whole bunch of them the other day. I haven't designed my card yet to use them. And I've got some other stuff. I want to pull out some more Christmas card ideas too. All right, Kim, let's do this time. Let me stamp off, get any of the goop off of it because it's got some goopiness. I had no trouble with it last night, and I was tired last night when I did it, but I didn't have any trouble last night. I think I'm going to clean it with my chamois. So I figure out what I did with my chamois. Oh, it actually fell on the floor. Here we go. I'm going to start with a clean one, and maybe I'll have more success. We can hope. We can hope. All right. Stamp. Okay. Make sure it's got plenty of ink on it. All right. I'm going to stand up, try not to get my head in the picture. There, finally. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit crooked, but I'm going to live with it. I'm good with that. All right, now we will finish my sentiment tag here. through with the green. I am through with the green. I'm going to put it away. All right. It went right here. Now I have this little branch that's in the stamp set right here. So I'm going to use this little branch. Got ink all over. I don't know why. I think it's just still, I'm just having issues still seeing, and I think everything I do, I don't, things, and I make adjustments because I usually work in here in the dark. I don't usually work in here during the day. And so I make adjustments based on my light, and it may just be I'm used to working in here at the night, and so I do look at things differently. I don't know. I really just don't know, but I want my branch to come across here like so. Here we go. And I got a little bird that I'm going to put in the tree. So I got to stamp him. Now, I did mean to stamp and fussy cut him before we came on, but I forgot to do that. So I will have to do that now. But actually, yeah, let me go ahead and stamp him so he can dry. I'm going to put him on this piece right here. Because he's teeny tiny. Little teeny tiny guy. I'm going to switch this stem off of that one. And I'll put him on this stamp, on this block right here. Cute little birdie. I'm pretty sure he fits on this little one. I hope he fits on this little one. Make sure. Yeah, he's on there. Okay. And we're going to use the black memento to stamp the little birdie. And I am going to do a practice stamp. See, and I'm missing some coloration there. Let's try again. There we go. Much better. Pretty good. I'm going to let him dry before I try to cut him out. And while he's drying, I'm going to try to put some leaves on my tree. If I can do it without making a mess. Which, you know, is questionable. Leaves. Put them somewhere. There they are. And I will use this little stamp that has the squiggly on it. So I'm pretty sure I'm through with the squiggly. I think. I hope. Alrighty. And leaf. Now there's 3 little bitty tiny leaves. And I don't know. I've played with it trying to figure out if they're supposed to go a certain way on these branches. I can't figure it out for the life of me. So what I've just been doing is I've been trying just to ink up one at a time and putting it where I want it. And, you know, I may or may not be successful with that one at a time thing, but that's what I'm trying. Put one here. Put one right here. Oh, I went and did the whole thing. Nope, 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 nope. Try again. Yeah. See. Do that one again. I'm going to try to catch this tinier leaf. I'll make sure that one's clean. Try to get this little tiny one on this corner. This might be one of those things you'd want to cut them apart maybe. I've never tried to cut my stamps apart. Kind of scary to me, but I should probably venture into doing that sometime. This would make this a lot easier. All right, now I want some of my pumpkin pie. Sure I got him cleaned off good. Put that big one again. Oh, I think I hear my little buddy. Yep. Little Brody's in here. He's on the other side of the room. I'm going to stick this one coming down this way, I think. I hope I didn't just make a mess. So I just saw all that ink on my stamp. All right, that was good. Whew! Got that one. Yep. Well, get that out of the way. I'm gonna mess up my bird. All right, let's do that little one again. Let's try right here. What you doing over there, Brody? What's you doing, bud? Sometimes he'll settle down in here and nap, but I don't know if he's going to do that today or not. Stick this one right here. That's enough. I'm not gonna test my skills any further by trying to put more on there. Alrighty, and I'll put that back there. That is there. And put the yellow away. Alright, so now we can finish up our little bird. And he's really not that, he's little, but he's not that hard to cut out. I am going to take my pumpkin pie blender pen here. If I had the Stampin' Right markers in all these colors, I would probably use the Stampin' Right marker on this because you don't really need to blend it. And it wouldn't bleed like this might do. So it's hard to do these little tiny spaces and stay inside the space. But I actually managed to stay inside it that time. So no idea what he's barking at. It's too early for my friend to be here. So in South Carolina, and most of the United States, last night we did our time change. So spring forward, fall backwards. So you set your clock back an hour. And it's always so confusing to me because supposedly I gain an hour of sleep, but it never works out right because I'm like, I end up sleeping late and then I end up going to bed late and then I have to get up early the next morning to go to work. And I hate it because when I get off work, it's already getting dark outside. And I think these kids are still getting on the bus in the dark in the mornings. I mean, I just don't understand the point. Let me just leave it like it was. They keep saying we're not, and then we do. I like it like it was, like it is in the summertime. And it stays late. It stays light a little bit longer during the day. When we go to this, then it's dark. It makes to me, because it stays dark, it gets dark so early, it seems to make the winter last longer to me. I don't know. I'm not a fan of winter. I used to, when I was younger, the cold didn't bother me. And I actually preferred the cold over the heat when I was a kid. But now that, most places have air conditioning in most homes, because we didn't have central air in my house back when I was a kid. We had a unit, a window unit in our kitchen, But it would only cool off the front part of the house. It wouldn't cool the bedrooms. And I can remember not being able to sleep because I was hot. I hated the hot when I was a kid. We didn't have a ceiling fan. You know, no ceiling fan or nothing in the bedroom like today. I mean, ceiling fans are a big deal now. Bedroom and a ceiling fan in a bedroom can make a huge difference if you don't have air conditioning. But so anyway, as I've gotten older, I seem to be able to tolerate the heat better. But again, that's probably something to do with the fact that there's air conditioning everywhere, including your car, because there weren't air conditionings in the cars that much either back then, unless you had the money to pay extra to put the air in your car. There were actually some out there that didn't come with air conditioning way back in the day. Because I remember that was on when my husband and I were young and we're going to buy our first official car that was like really a new car and not something that looked like it's going to fall apart. I remember that was one of the things, we've got to have air conditioning. We can't stand to not have air conditioning in our car. So that was kind of a big deal. See, he wasn't that hard to cut out. It didn't take but a minute. Probably do another one right there. All right. So I just think he's so cute. And I'm going to glue him onto my little label right here on my sentiment. And I think I'm going to put him... Well, let me show you these other ones. So this was the first one I did. And I wasn't happy with him being that far over on the card. I wanted him to this side a little bit more. And then I did it again, and I did it, that one I sponged the background, and I didn't like it because if I had done it on cream, it would have been fine. But then I got to thinking I probably should have left it on white. And so the second one I did on white, left it white. Did a better job with my leaves than I did up there. But then I kind of felt like he was too far back on that one to go on the card. So he's going to go like right here. And I felt like that was too far back. And so I wanted to kind of split this difference and put him up just a little bit closer to the center. Maybe just a little bit off center. Maybe right here. Even if he's going to cover up one of my leaves, that's fine. I think I might like it right there. Let's see, that would be over just a little bit further than that one. Yeah, I think so. I'll probably still use this one, and I might use this one if I do a card on vanilla. I might salvage that one as well. All right, so let's put some glue on his. Of course, too much came out. I'm gonna probably put glue in places that aren't gonna need glue, but when you use this little silicone mat here, you don't really have to worry too much about that stuff. Actually, I can put more glue on his tail than I did, about the stuff sticking. So you can just go ahead and put the glue on it. It's not going to stick to my mat. It will come up. And then I can turn it over and wait for it to dry. So I'll put my little birdie right. It's perching right here on the branch. I'm going to perch right there. And I'll pick it up and let that dry on the back. All right, so now I think I'm ready to put this on top of this. Go ahead and glue that. I can't tell if it's coming out. Let me check this other one. This one was clogged earlier. I think it might still be. Ah, there it goes. Woo, too much. Spread that around. Might actually use my finger and spread it some. So I don't want a big old lump there in my middle of my paper. But that got it coming out. Spread that around a little bit. I probably need to take this lid off and clean it out. Run some hot water through it. I've got tissue all over my fingers now. Alrighty, and I think I'm gonna have it like this. And then before I glue this to my card base, I want to put my this pretty twine on here. Again, this was called Natural Wavy Trim, and it's in the annual catalog. And I thought what I'd do is run 2 pieces next to each other, one there and one here. And then I'm going to just tape them on the back. Make sure I got the front. Okay. Just use some Scotch tape to tape it down. Put one there. Let's go over just a tiny bit more. All right, stay. Grab some. Oops, there's my tape. I moved it. Okay, I'm about out of tape. I need to refill my tape dispenser here. And he's going again at it. Buddy, I love you. It's a good thing I do. He's really a sweet little dog. He's ornery sometimes, but he's sweet. I think, well, I am. I was trying to decide if I wanted to attach this down a little bit in the front, and I think I will. I'm going to use a couple of glue dots down here. So my tag's going to go up here. My label's going to go up there. So that'll kind of hold it down there, but looking for my pick-a-punch. Oh, there it is. But I think down here, I might need a glue dot just to kind of hold it from sliding around too much. So let's see. Let's get this lined up here. And I could put one about right here. And maybe put one at the end too. Let's go ahead and take that one off. Come on. Okay. And set that one down right there. We'll put one there right at the end there. Oops, did it go down? Yeah. Put one right there at the end. Okay, and we'll tape it down on the back. I keep reaching further for my tape, but I had it behind all this stuff, and then I moved it. And I keep still reaching behind the stuff because it's been sitting there for so long that out of habit, I'm still reaching for it there. All right, and then we're going to put the other piece down. This way, kind of like next to it right there. All right. I'll do the same thing with a couple of glue dots on the front. Excuse me. Yeah, and I believe excuse me. I believe I told you when if you order at least, place the $35 order through the store and use my name as your demonstrator and a host code, and my host code up there. I have a card kit. It has 4 cards with everything you need to make 4 cards, 2 different cards, 2 of each card, 2 of the each design. And then if you spend at least $50 in my store using my name as your demonstrator and my host code, then you would get an additional gift. I usually do like dimensionals or something like that for your extra gift. So, not dimensionals, embellishments or something like that. Embellishments possibly. Maybe dimensionals, I don't know. It just depends on what I have and what I can get. But I would appreciate that. Or if you just want to order a card kit from me, you can buy one from me. I mail them to you. So the card kits start at $3. It just depends on how much stuff's in it. So, anyway. All right, so that's pretty. And I can put this away and this away. And I just lost something. I have no, oh, it was my gold pumpkin. I see it. Just went flying. Got caught on my sleeve of my sweater. Now, this is finished, and it's going to go right here. but I don't want to place it yet until I put the other piece down. Now, I could have used, and probably should have used, like the, not stitched, the rectangle, deckled rectangles or something to give that a little bit of, you know, scruffiness to it or whatever. But I didn't. I just decided to leave it like this. And also, I almost didn't even put a background here, but I think the pumpkins kind of got lost in the leaves. But I may, when I get through putting it down, I might cut this a little smaller, so there's not as much of a border around it, because I wasn't really sure how much to put either. So this is kind of experimenting, so we'll see what happens here. I'm going to put it over as close to one edge as I can. All right. So we will glue this one down. Come on, glue. Not too much. Probably got out of the camera there. I'm sorry. So I'm going to put this one down. Actually, I should have put that one down first. All right. Go ahead and put... I should have put that one on dimensionals. I should put them both on dimensionals. I think I will. Let's get rid of some of this glue. I'm gonna just wipe this glue off over here on my mat, because I can on this forget what it's called, mat, because I can just wipe that glue off. So let's get some dimensionals. I think that's what I had intended to do, and I just kind of forgot. This is actually the first time I've made this particular card, so I didn't make another one exactly like it yet, or close to like it. Sometimes I try to do that, but I don't always. And then let's put a couple on this one. Oops. I'm sorry if I'm off the page. Okay, got them right there. And this one goes on the bottom. Oh, I forgot to get I did not punch out my little stems, but I've got some over here, I think, that I had already punched out of my brown. If I can find them. There's one. Maybe I was only planning on using one. I can't remember. I think I wasn't going to use one on this one on the bottom, because I figured the first pumpkin was sitting on top of the second pumpkin, so the first pumpkin you wouldn't see his stem. That's kind of what I was thinking. Now, I don't know if that's right or not, because if this one is sitting on this one, the stem's not going to show, right? I'll put him right there like that. Now, I could have a leaf sticking out here, which I was thinking about doing that, putting my little leaf sticking out there, which is why I cut extras of those. So if you have any suggestions or ideas or thoughts about the card, let me know. I'd like to know your thoughts on my card. And the first one I did also, I'll bring it back out again at the end. So we're going to stick this in right here. Push it up as far as I can. It depends on where I had put my dimensionals. I could pull it down further, but I had a dimensional there. I'll put a little bit of glue on my bottom of my leaf here, if I can get it to come out again. I think this is the black pen that goes in this one. I'll probably just let it sit there too long without a pen in it. Come on. Any day now. All right, yeah, I think that's what it was. It felt the little clog in there. All right. So, I believe I'm going to stick this kind of coming out from underneath. Right, maybe like there. Do that. All right, and I don't think I'm going to try to stamp the little tendrils. It would have been better if I had maybe punched out if I had tried to fussy cut out a tendril. But I don't think I'm going to try to do that. I'll do my stem. Oh, I was having so much trouble seeing. It's just crazy. All right. We'll stick the little stem right there. And I think I'll put another leaf right here. Maybe I'll stick one on top. Whoops. Come back here. Stick one right here. Like, let's not turn it the same way I turned that other one though. Let's have this one. Maybe it can just be down. A little bit more down. Like that maybe. We'll do that. All right. Stem down right there. And I had another stem. I don't know if I need another one or not, but maybe I could put another one right here. Maybe over and in a little bit more, so it's not sticking out too much. Let's see. I could do it like that. I think I like that better. I like that. Let's just put it right in there, kind of on top of that one. And then, there we go. Let's see. And then, yeah, I think I can cut this smaller now and not have it take away too much from my background paper. So let me get my cutter out here, see if I can cut it with all that stuff on it. I don't know if I can. We will find out if I can. So I'm going to trim off a little bit right here. I probably can't get this in the camera, but oh good, I got that piece off, and I'm trying to take off a little bit off of this side here. The situation is not being able to get the trimmer to close enough, but I was able to, so that's good. I like the way that looks now. Cute, cute, cute. All right, let's bring our card back in here. Let's toss these scraps over here. Okay, I don't want to lose this other little guy that I worked on. Okay, get those out of my way. So this is going to go on here. This is going to come down here. I'm trying to decide if I want to take, how far over I want to do this and down. I think I want to just kind of keep it about right there. Do I want this to be over here? Just over here? Nope. Like that better. And I'll leave this over here. Now I'm just going to glue this down. Since the pumpkins are already on dimensionals, I don't think we need to dimensionalize this whole paper. And like I said, I thought about, and it depending on what your background turns out like, this is pretty dark. You might not need a background piece of paper, but I just felt like my pumpkins got lost in my leaves. Now see, if you were putting it right here, it's very possible they would show up just fine. Put that where you can see it. See, because this has got a lot more white space. They might just show up. Your pumpkin might show up just fine right there, but I just felt like it got lost on my page. So that's why I did this. All right. I think I got enough glue on there now, and let's try to get this right here. There we go. And here's my dimensionals. I'm going to need them again. Now, I'm not going to need any dimensionals over here because they're kind of already getting dimensionalized with the ribbon behind them. That way we trim. So I'm going to just put them like from where the bird's head is over. See, his little head sticks out right here. right there. So I'll put them right here. And put one down there. Here. And put here. And then I'll put a little bit of glue over here. Some of it will stick to that twine. Just not going to push it down too hard. I do want to get some of it to stick to the twine right here. All right, pull these off. Oh, come on. Come on. There it goes. Okay, so there we go. And I've still got this piece of paper, this other one, I still can make at least 2 cards out of that. I might get 4. Probably 3 for sure. And I might can get 4 since it's kind of, you know, wider than I need. Like I could cut a piece this size. Use smaller size pieces for my cards. So I'm thinking I might get several out of that. And when I get those finished, I'll bring them back on and show them to you, or I'll post them on my Facebook page. So I want him not up too far, but I don't want him running into this, because I want to keep those pieces separate. So let's go over about right there. Make sure that's kind of straight. There we go. Oh my goodness, so very cute. Now I could have gone around the outside, maybe with a sponge dauber, put some green around that or something. I don't know, but I think it's okay. So there's that. And I'm sorry, this did end up taking me much longer than I planned for it to, so I'll make another video with the next set of cards. Let's see. Put this over here and pull back out this other card that I did as a an easel fold. This hello on the outside. A little something to brighten your day on the inside. Did I get my other pen? Here's my other pen to close up my other glue bottle. If you get goopy glue, you can take this mat here. We do sell this in our store. My brain has just lost what it's called again, though. And put that, there we go. Use that to get the glue boogers off. Glue boogers. Oh, words, Kim, words. All right, so, and I've got a couple more of those. I need to cut those out so I can use them on another card. I'd like to come back and do some things with just the pick of the patch without all the pretty leaves and stuff. But it was fun to use my paper that I made, my own designer paper. And so if you don't have anything with leaves on it, the fall colors or whatever colors you'd like to use, you could go with some non-traditional colors too. Which again, like the blue pumpkin. So the pumpkin I got my mom was about this color. She did not like it. It's orange inside. I can't remember what it's called. Turquoise Jara head or something like that. It's supposed to be a good pumpkin for cooking. And it is orange inside. She's like, I don't want a blue pumpkin. Then my pumpkin pie might not be orange. But anyway, I said, Mama, here's a picture. It's orange inside. But anyway, so there's our card. I probably need to bling it up a little bit. But I'll do that later, and I'll post pictures, final pictures of them on my Facebook page. So I hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch my video. You're always free to fast forward to the end to see what the final product looks like. And so I always try to show something at the beginning and something at the end. So there's always something for you to see if you decide to fast forward through stuff. And again, if you would be so kind as to ask people to go and subscribe to my page so I can get up to my 50 subscribers, that would be awesome, because I've got a whole bunch of goodies that I'm ready to start giving away for the gifts and prizes, door prizes, when people like and share my page. All right, you guys have a great rest of your weekend, a wonderful week next week. It's going to be pretty here in upstate South Carolina. Going to be in the 70s during the day most of the week. So, and I think it's supposed to be sunny all week. So that's nice. And you all take care. God bless. And keep on stamping or doing something crafty. It's good for you. Good for the heart. Bye-bye.